In the Stands podcast coming back at you. Andy Roberts, Jason Loggins, Tony Cash.
What up?
And today we've got 5 lovely women with us. We do have to break the news. We had to break the news to Loggins a few weeks ago that this is not the Bachelor of In the Stands yet. We are thinking about having that episode, but all these ladies are married. And speaking of that, their spouses, local Hall County coaches that a lot of us have come to know and love. And so today we're going to let the wives speak, and we're very excited about this. So I'm going to let you ladies introduce yourselves. Just tell us your name, your spouse's name, where they coach, what sport, and maybe how you guys met. That'd be great. All right?
Starting with me?
Yeah, we'll start with you.
I'm Tess Kemp. My husband is Jeremy Kemp. He coaches at Cherokee Bluff High School as the head baseball coach. And Jeremy is a lot older than me. A lot older than me. And I just met him in college. He was actually a grad coach at the time and at West Georgia.
Nice.
Yeah.
I am Dana Pender. My husband is Sean Pender, and he is the head football coach at North Hall. And we met when I was an infant. It's a long story. I'm not going to get into it. Life happened. Loop back around. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
That's the next podcast.
That's nice, absolutely.
I'm Maria Dix. I'm married to Coach Dix, and we are at East Hall High School, and he coaches basketball. Oh, and we met at the elementary school, the feeder elementary school, White Sulphur, that is no longer, unfortunately. But yeah, we both worked there, and we sat at the teacher table together, and I looked forward to it every day because he came with jokes and funny things, and yeah, he would tell me about his dates. Yeah. He was dating.
I'm Jennifer Roark, married to Deuce Roark. He's at Lakeview Academy. He's the head baseball coach and athletic director. And we met in college. He was on a date with a friend of mine. And I'm still really good friends with that friend. It was kind of funny how things work out. That's another story, too, down the road.
I'm Linnea Graham. I am the wife of Chuck Graham. He is the boys basketball coach at West Hall. We met in the gym. And if you ask him, he'll say that he asked Randy Coleman, who, you know, another Hall County legend. He was like, who is that? And Randy's like, oh, that's my point guard, da, da, da. And Chuck will say that I did not give him the time of day for like 3 or 4 years, but we have differences of opinions on that story, so, yeah.
I believe he actually told us that.
Yeah.
So he did.
It all worked out, though.
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, we'll start with you, Miss Kemp. We'll go in order of these questions, and we'll let someone different start each time, so a few of you can have the fair chance of thinking about this before you answer it. But let's go with favorite coaching moment for your spouse, or favorite game you've got. Do you have one?
Okay, well, that is tough. I was actually thinking about all of this morning when I was getting ready, and it's just been really special. This is Jeremy's 28th year coaching, and each group is so different, but some are so special. Not that they all aren't, but some are so special. But I mean, I would just selfishly have to say last season was pretty amazing. He was, our oldest son was on his team, and we went to the state championship. We were really hoping to pull that out just because what a special moment. But last season was really special with all of Landon's best friends and all of our best friends in the stands, and then Jeremy coaching that and having such a great run. It was a monumental season.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Miss Pender?
My favorite, I don't know. There's a lot, and I guess not to go over like wins or losses. I guess it's more about just all the family participating together. Like when we were at Brunswick, we had both our daughters were cheerleaders, and he was out there coaching football, and just the whole dynamic was really fun to be a part of.
Great. Miss Dix?
My son, actually, my oldest son, played for Coach Dix and won the state championship in 2005. So that was Coach's first year as head coach. And my son scored 30 points, and he's number 30. And it was fabulous fun.
That's
I was meant to
And
be.
I appreciated my coach. Thought he did a good job, so I thought I'd give him a run at it and give him a date. Thought that would be good.
Love it.
Great.
Love
That is amazing.
Love it.
Ms. Roark?
I've had 4 spots here to figure out what I'm going to say, and it's hard after 30 years because there's been some great winning moments and personal moments along the way, but I think the overriding, probably the best memory is as son getting to play for Deuce. That's is very wonderful, but it's unique at the same time when your dad is the head coach. But it's really neat, just your whole family's a part of it, and that stands out as probably the most special for sure.
I don't know. I will say probably when Chuck got his first head coaching job at Gainesville, we were dating at the time, and it was just kind of like that relief of, now you finally get to do this. It's your program. Let's go make it happen. And so that was pretty special.
That's awesome.
Great. All right, next we would like to know, we know a lot of coaches do a lot of times, and we want to know about them too. Do you and your spouse have a pregame ritual? We all know about the infamous jacket and how long is it going to take to come off Coach Dix when a game starts. And as we understand, Miss Dix, you're the gatekeeper of the jacket during a game. But anything like that, do you and your spouse have a pregame ritual? We'll start with Miss Pender.
Not so much. He starts his day pretty early in the morning, all week long with the Formula Ones and the leadership program that he does. So it's usually my daughter and I going to Starbucks together in the morning and then just tossing him a bagel on my way back out to go to work.
It's very intense, very serious. Eyebrows are very crazy. And I always say, "You good?" As soon as the eyes open in the bed, "You good?" "Yeah, I'm good." So I iron out his eyebrows. I tell him it's going to be great. It's going to be good. And he goes and makes pancakes for the family. So then he's out. Yeah.
That's cool.
If it's morning or mid-game, but if it's weekend, yeah, he's up, busy, gets his clothes ready. I have to say he's a much better ironer than I am. He starches everything. Give him the iron, he'll go to town. But yeah, he's very intense. Then he gets to the gym and turns Prince on, and he gets a little movement and
Oh, yeah.
bobbing and singing, and then kids start coming in with problems, and he's like, rah, 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 rah. And then game's on, coach jacket's on, and it's game time.
He told us when Prince starts blaring, he knows he's in a good spot in his
Yeah.
game time.
Prince never fails him.
That's right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Miss Roark?
The thing that comes to mind the most to me is we have a daughter. She's in 11th grade, and she absolutely loves baseball. I think that probably some people that see her there and a part of it probably don't know her deep love for baseball. And she runs the stats and does the music for the game and absolutely loves it. So part of this little thing between Deuce and Sarah is the playlist. And there are certain, you'll know this now, Andy, there are certain songs that come on when they're starting BP. There's certain songs at different parts of the game. And even at the end of the game, they're just real private jokes kind of in between them. And then on the way to games, if it's an away game, she will ride in the bus with them because she's the game manager. And she'll try to talk strategy with them too. And we've had a lot of laughs and jokes about that in our family, that she's just there with the other coaches too, and chit-chatting and talking about the game. Just a good memory.
Great. Miss Graham?
I try real hard not to talk to him at all. Like, stay away. But then game time, now I have to keep the book so that I can not yell in the stands. That's when I got positioned. Another story for another day. But hand him a Diet Coke, hand him 3 or 4 pieces of gum, and that's it. But yeah, try not to talk to him.
Great.
We are different every year. Our rituals change, actually. Some years he's had to have Taco Bell before every game. Some years he's had to have Moe's. Him and Benji Wood used to sneak out of Gainesville, go eat Moe's every afternoon. We've had to wear specific baseball pants, and one year I washed the baseball pants with a pin in the pocket, and they hung on the dugout wall because he couldn't put them on because they were covered in ink.
Okay.
So it's different, but you can ask all of his boys, any boy on an away game, they are going to eat, go on the bus, stop at a racetrack, wherever they can find one, even if it's out of the way, and then they go to the game. But other than that, nothing really.
Nothing really.
Nothing really.
Nothing really.
It's different every year.
All right, this one's going to put you guys on the spot a little bit, but this is going to be fun. So, describe your spouse's coaching style. Miss Dix, we're going to start with you. Sorry. Describe your coach's or your spouse's coaching
I stand
style.
up?
Yes, you can. Using.
Ruff, Mr. Ruff.
Oh, hilarious.
Yes.
Okay, but now you got to do it using a song or an animal.
Oh,
Song or
Yes.
animal?
What song would remind you of your coach or your spouse as a coach, or what animal?
This is how we do it.
wait, do we have to act it out? Like she's
You don't have to. That's great. I love it.
Great to get out of the chair.
That was great.
That's awesome.
That was awesome.
Okay. Next.
You
Yeah.
follow
I don't know,
that.
that's a hard act to follow. No, you were so quick on the spot.
I've been around a while. It's his 30th year. We've been married 20.
The thing that I see, this is from a parent and being the wife, especially having a son that played for him. He's like your best buddy, and he's your friend, and he's your encourager. And then when he flips that switch, it's it's Coach Roark. And if I can hear his tone in the dugout change when something doesn't go, if they didn't run the bases right or made a mistake, and it's not fun, and I kind of feel sorry for the kids and feel myself kind of going, it's a tough love.
Yeah.
I can vouch for that.
Yeah, there's a lot of love. It's also very, very tough. And I was trying to think of an animal because the song wouldn't come to my mind. But if there's an animal that's just quiet and looks calm, but inside not at all, and then it can unleash. Maybe a lion. He can unleash
Yes,
on
he can.
you really, really quickly. And he's very competitive. So I think he tries to stay calm in situations, and then something happens, and he's just going to let it all out. But he's going to teach you along the way. If you make it all the way over to third base, you're getting coached right at that moment.
Yep.
He's trying to teach you along the way. Would you agree
So-
with all that?
to let everybody know, everybody listening, Tony Cash has played for Coach Roark, won a state championship, and now my oldest son Lewis is playing for him. So selfishly, I hope we're going to do that again. So
Absolutely. Although I want to say he's gotten softer since I played. It's been 22 years now.
well,
He's
they
gotten
probably don't
softer.
stress him out as much as you did.
I
Let's
don't
face
want to
it.
blame me. It
I
was
do.
our group of seniors.
Loggins and I want to blame you.
That makes sense.
All right, Miss Green.
It's not a real animal, but like the first thing that came to my mind was like the Hulk. Because it's like
Yeah.
just very calm and like everything's going fine. And then all of a sudden it's like somebody was not in the right spot or somebody forgot what defense we were in. And he's like clenching his fist on the sidelines. And I'm like, you can't do that to people's kids. But yeah, so that's what came to my mind.
We have grandkids, and our grandson said, I love Papa Coach, but he screamed at them boys.
I love it.
That's awesome.
Jeremy's a very passionate coach.
That's the way I put it.
And I've seen all of y'all's husbands coach, and that is probably the same across the board. But passionate for sure, but a very quiet coach on game days, but very, very loud and hard on practice days. But you will not hear Kemp yell at his players or go crazy on game days. Baseball is very different. Just, strategically, you don't have to be boisterous like you do these other coaches. But football is different. If he ever puts on a headset, it's a completely different thing. But baseball. And so I would say anything song-wise by Ozzy Osbourne would be how Jeremy is summed up as a coach. Yeah. Yeah.
Song. He would like this. I would say "Eye of the Tiger." He's very, he's very on point the entire time. He's very good at keeping his cool. I mean, he's obviously lost it, like all of them do
Yeah.
every now and then. But he's, it's actually very impressive to watch that steadiness. You know, you got the other coaches going crazy on the sidelines, but he keeps his cool very well.
That's good.
Great. And Ms. Graham, you said this is a story for another day, but it's actually going to be for today. So we'll start with Ms. Roark, but where do you sit during a game and why, if you have a certain spot?
Honestly, I'll tend to get off to the side a little bit. Our home field just depends on how the day is going too. I think it makes a difference. If you're off to the side, you don't hear if there's anything maybe negative said or controversial. You're just kind of over here and separate. And I remember back to when I was in high school, especially during football, all the coaches' wives would sit like way up to the top right-hand corner, and I wondered why they would be up there, because our cheerleading coach was also all the way up there. But I think it's a fine line of a mix of, you get to know your parents and your families and you build relationships, but there's also sometimes it's nice to have a slight bit of distance, and during the game might be one of those times. Not always, but off to left field is a spot you'll find me at the Lakeview field a lot of times, on the other side of the dugout.
Yeah, distance. Well, when he was at Gainesville, I started in the stands, but I'm a yeller. I'm coaching and yelling right along with him. And you know, parents don't always like that. I'm never yelling at their kids, but just, you gotta box out, you gotta do those type things.
Passionate.
Yeah, a little too much. So transitioning, I guess last year, our bookkeeper, tragically passed away right before the season. And so it was like, hey, you're up. And it just worked out because I was only going to do it for a couple of games. And then he was like, you're actually quieter there. You just stay there. And so,
It's a safer spot.
yeah, it is. But then we get some games, like Friday, he was watching film and he was like, you're doing some coaching over there at the table, weren't you? Because they called a foul one time. And I was like, just raise your hands, like keep them straight up. So I can still get a little carried away sitting at the table.
Great.
At Gainesville, I started out sitting right beside the dugout. The way Ivy Watson is set up, the home field dugout is underground, and then there's that open area, and me and my very, very small little children would set up right there to be as close to Dad as we possibly could. And at Cherokee Bluff, I do have a seat right behind home plate, but I'm very, very rarely in it. And I'm typically out in the outfield all by myself.
Yep.
Sitting at this tiny little gate that I can just watch all the way down, as Jason has seen many times.
I was gonna say, I noticed I've been to the last two state championships at Rome and last year at North
Yeah.
Hall. I mean, you
Yeah.
moved several times all around the stadium, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like to be near people
That's right.
during the game.
Understandable.
I love everybody too much.
There you go. Good one. Good ending.
Yeah.
I used to sit at the very top of the stand so I didn't have to hear anybody, but then I realized everybody can hear me. So then I shifted a little and I was like, yeah, when in Rome, I guess. So I kind of like being in the middle of everything. It's a lot of fun. And I guess I'm like he is on the field. I don't let things bother me too much, what other people say normally.
Yeah.
We all have that one story.
Of course.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I'm in the huddle. I'm as close down to the floor as I can possibly get because I don't want to hear anything out of the way. Because it's so ironic to me that people, I don't know who they are. I don't know if they're fans. I don't know if they're enemies. I don't know who they are. But you hear words, slurs, crazy words yelled down to the coach. Coach, what's wrong with you? You're blah. And then the crazy part to me is if you turn to look where it's coming from, you become the target. And that to me is insanity. No words, just look. But then you think, well, why do I need to stay facing forward while obscenities are just coming down like rain, you know? So Coach Vining's wife, I know, would always sit way against the wall behind the other team's bench. And I would sit and watch my son and think, that is so awful that she has to sit way over there. Or she chooses, I don't know, I just thought it was sad, but I knew why she was doing it. Well, I thought I knew. But until you're baptized in, you don't really know what goes on for a coach or for coach's family or anything. And she had shared with me things, about her family and things. And, it's a shame, but I'm down at the very bottom, and I have great family friends, basketball family people that sit around me, and I feel total insulated, safe. And one parent sits with me, and she yells at her son more than I think Coach does, and it's wonderful because you don't have to worry and be afraid, But yeah, I would recommend that for everyone because I don't want to be left out. I love being on the floor, and hearing and seeing everything. I get to hear what he says.
Yep.
I get to see the kids' reactions, and there's so much missed if you're not down there. And it's so awesome to hear certain things that, fans don't hear him saying to them. That I'm like, give me a jersey. I'm gonna run through the wall for you. Stuff like that. I mean, it makes me love him more when a kid's struggling and he tells them. Hugs them, kisses them, tells them, we got this. We're in this together. You're good. Go out there, shoot it again. And parents are yelling, don't shoot it. You missed the last 4 or 5. And, he's like, go ahead, shoot it. You got the green light. Next shot, the kid's like, makes it. And then, you see the kid, the body language was bad. And then you see the kid come to life and you're like, that's why he's a great coach.
That's right.
Yeah. Have y'all had any confrontations with parents? Hearing stuff yelled at your husbands?
Not during a game.
Not during a game?
But I have had parents approach me just in general. I mean, for the majority of parents, they respect me, they respect my family, they respect Jeremy. You would not see very many people standing in a line of everyone that Jeremy's ever coached and have very many people say negative. But sometimes the negativity feels a little louder than the positivity, especially when you're not used to it. And so, as my son was growing up, people took opportunities to let me know how they disagreed with how their son was being treated or whatever. But I looked her square in her face and just told her, I see the love that he pours into your son. He goes to bed thinking about your son, not mine. He goes to bed praying for your kids, and I know how much he loves your kids. Whether you agree with his decisions or not, I promise you, the last thing he's thinking about before he goes to bed is, am I doing the best for this kid? And that's genuine. So and I can fall asleep very easily every single night knowing that that's the way Kemp has always been with his players. So just sometimes the negativity seems to be a little louder than the positivity. But when you see all the kids come back and all the coaches that he now has that were former players, or the weddings we go to when they just abandon their whole wedding party and they're just at Kemp's table just to talk, he's doing something right. So,
Great.
yeah.
All right, next question, and your answers have led into the next question's great. So it's a good thing that you're up first.
Good job.
I think I saw the questions before.
Yeah, I know.
promise I did.
But you kind of touched on this. But would you say any or all of you are Monday morning quarterbacks, but maybe even during the game, after the game, as far as thinking, oh, he shouldn't have coached this way, or you agreed with the coach and disagreed, and are you vocal with them or not vocal with them about it?
I am very vocal. I'm very vocal. We have this 30-minute rule
Oh no.
where we cannot talk basketball for 30 minutes after the game. And so I just take out my phone and I just start typing all of my things, all of my thoughts. Well, when this happened, you should have done this. Or why did you play him at this moment? You should have said, do you realize that you had all these people?
That's awesome.
Very. If he's going to make me watch film at 3 o'clock in the morning because he can't sleep, then I get to say something.
That's right.
I love it. Yeah, I agree too, and I love it.
That's good. That's
I
right.
get to say something. So.
That is awesome. I wait for Kemp to talk to me first. If he brings up the game, then I'll break it down with him. And I can see him rolling his eyes and telling me he doesn't, but I really do think he cares what I say afterwards. Because we give an outsider's perspective. We give not necessarily a parent perspective, but someone who is sitting in the stands telling him what he should have been doing. Well, you could have, if you had stolen this base and if you had laid down this bunt, whatever. But until he brings it up, then I don't talk about it. If he's ready, then he'll tell me.
No. I might ask questions and formulate them in that way, but no.
That is awesome.
Oh, that's great.
Wow. Yeah, we don't have any 30-minute rules or anything like that.
You're firsthand. You're on the bench, so you can just say it.
Yeah.
I love it.
I think it's funny how people always ask me because of how he is at games. You know, they think that at home he's the same way.
100%.
And they think that he's the same way in the car, you know, in all these places in public. And I'm like, no, it's not like that.
So
He's
true.
telling me, calm down, Maria, in the car. You know, let them go first. We have nowhere to go. He drives like grandpa. And I'm getting like, you know, cut off the road. And he's like, Maria, it's fine. Just get over. It's okay. And so, yeah, after the game, he's calm as a cucumber. Win or lose, he's calm. And I'm like, okay, we got to break this down. He comes home and he's fine and calm. He's not talking a mile a minute. And I'm like, okay, I need to know, what did that ref say to you after that play? You know, because I want to hear what they say and what's going on. And then I'm like, okay, what did you say to them at halftime? Like, what did you say? Like, what did you have for them? Like, what could you give them possibly that was so bad, you know? Like, what did you say? I want to know. Because I wouldn't have had anything for them, you know? And I'm like, okay, well, why didn't you put so-and-so in? Well, what happened with what happened with it? What did that? I mean, he plays everybody on that bench. So me commenting, you know, it doesn't change anything. But I'm just asking, you know, he just hit that. Why'd you pull him out then? What? I just wanted to tell him something. I was going to put him right back in. Well, it didn't feel like you got him right back in. And so stuff like that. But I do tell him, you know, I'm a mere mortal, but I still watch a lot of basketball. Mm-hmm. And I watch basketball on TV with him. And he'll say, come in here, Maria, I want you to see this. We watch film. And he does a great job of including me, and he's very smart in that way. Mm-hmm. And I hope other new coaches, like we have a lot of players, previous players that have turned into real coaches and have families and children, and they come back, and it's so wonderful. But I hope that they do that, because he's so good about and I get it, it's all him. But it's very nice to be included. Mm-hmm. And even with his jacket, that's very sweet to him. That's a very sweet gesture. Mm-hmm. And he makes sure that, you know, to him that's, here, it's an honor. It's my jacket, and I'm a part. But he's at the very beginning. I'm sorry, the older I get, the more I cry.
We love it. Yeah, we love it.
But it is very. Being a coach's wife, it's so much more than X's and O's and shots and shot clocks and all that. But it's just such family, and it's just, I mean, even across the board outside of East Hall. But East Hall is such a community that is so supportive, and they are so kind and loving. But it's outside of that, it's beyond that, it's basketball. And we go everywhere and see so many people from all different schools, and they're just so kind, and they love him. And so it's kind of by association. They either love me because I'm with him, or they don't like him, so they don't like me. And that's just really true. And so usually parents are really good. I mean, sometimes, you know, you get hecklers that you're playing against, but, you know, occasionally you do have a disgruntled parent. And I try to give him the perspective from a parent. But still, sometimes, you know, it just doesn't make sense. They're just upset, and you love your kid so much, you know. But I'm like you. How can they not see he loves your kid so much, you know? Yeah. But I don't remember what the question was. but-
That was correct. That was good.
Thank you for participating. I appreciate participating.
We do not break down the game at all. Deuce always says, you're the social one who's not real intense about knowing every little thing, and I think he kind of likes that. We talk about that he can kind of lead the game at the game, but he's usually very quiet and introspective. So I'm like Tess, I wait. I mean, if he wants to talk about it, he's going to start it. I'm just going to let him have that space. And most of the time, it's pretty quiet, especially after a loss. Or we're talking more about difficult circumstances that come up between players. I can't think of a good example. Not exactly how a play went or who's in the lineup, but more the tough circumstances, because they do agonize over decisions. It's really, really tough. So that comes up probably more than game time situations and things with us anyway.
Well, the last question in this group, until we move on to the next thing, is, all of your husbands are been very successful coaches and leaders, and a lot of you have even touched on it, that they're just so calm and collective, when the game starts and that kind of thing. How nervous do they really get? Is your husband the type that just truly could throw up before some of the big games, or are they just really that calm and collective, or maybe a mixture? So we'll start with you, Miss Kim.
I think that he definitely gets nervous when it comes down to a big one, or a big North Hall week was always it's a hellacious week, and because he loves his family just so hard, and so that's just a tough week. But state championships, he's more like, he'll wake up and he'll just be like, you think we're gonna win? I'm like, yeah. Things like that. So I know that it's his nerves playing out, and he just needs some affirmation. So yeah, I do. I think he gets nervous, but he hides it really well.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Sean hides it really well if he is even nervous at all. But it's definitely the bigger games.
Yes.
When there's more on the line, he gets the nerves start going more.
For sure.
Yeah. Pretty cool, calm and collected.
I don't think he gets nervous at all, but I get nervous. I feel like I'm going to pass out, throw up. And it's no different. I think it's worse, actually, than when my son played.
Yeah.
And that's so bizarre to me.
Well, because that it's everything to them, and not for the win necessarily, but it's everything to them.
Right.
They just love the
seeing
kids.
it from that. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it's so much that goes into it. It's just crazy. I wish I had words to explain
exactly.
it. But it's so tough to explain it. And that's why I get so upset with the referees.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I get so
go
upset.
there. We
And
definitely
now when
can't
we
go
are
there.
talking about the game afterwards, the only thing I'm not allowed to do is bring the refs into it as a part of that's why the loss. I can never speak against. See, he's so good, and refs don't even know that. He's so good, and I'm not that person. I'm not as good. He's so good. Like, he won't let you bring in a rep. Like, I'm like, he missed this and this and this. And I try to be very respectful. I hardly yell now because I have some parents that are near me that I don't even have to yell anymore because they yell for me. One of the ones I love dearly that sits with me, I don't have to yell anymore. And sometimes, though, they turn around and get mad, and I'm like, I want to point at it wasn't me. It was them. But no, I think the refs, we have some good refs. So, but yeah, I don't think he gets nervous. But, refs are humans, and I don't see everything from the bench. And so what do I know? But, yeah, I don't think he's nervous at all.
We'll have to discuss this later at home, I'm sure, but I Deuce hides it so well that you probably wouldn't know that he's nervous, but I think it's a competitive nervous because they want to win every single time. All coaches are, don't y'all think? They expect to win. They want to win every single time. So that part of nervousness is probably there. Not so much as after doing it all this long, are we organized? Are we ready? Do we have the lineup? There's some of that, but it's mainly probably about just ready to compete. And the bigger the game, probably the bigger that feels on the inside, I would say.
I'm nervous. I don't think he's nervous because he has the philosophy of we've practiced all week, we've gone over the game plan, we've watched the film. It's like now it's just time to play. I, on the other hand, I'm like Maria. I'm like shaking and like sick to my stomach because I have no control over it. And I think like being an athlete, you're like, well, y'all should have done this or you should have done that, and that's where my nerves come in. But he's like, whatever, it's just another game.
Great. All right, so what we're going to do now, this is Valentine's Day week, as we all know. So we've just got kind of a fun group of questions here that Cash is going to ask you if each of you could grab one of these green paddles right here. Just pass those around. There's a green and red side. We'll just use the green side. If your answer to the question is yes, then just raise it. And if it's no, you can just leave it down. And we may ask you some questions off that. But
Absolutely. So let's get started. Have you ever planned a Valentine's Day that got completely derailed by a game or season? Oh, we want to hear it.
yes, for sure.
I mean, scouting comes up like all the time. He's like, I'm like, we're going to dinner, we're doing this because I'm a planner, like weeks in advance. And then it's like region tournament happens about Valentine's Day. He's like, well, so-and-so's playing, we need to go watch them because we can play them in the second round. Do I at least get dinner? Like, can we like go through a drive-through or something? So that happened or has happened a couple times.
And my birthday's the 13th, the day before Valentine's Day, so we're always in a gym on my birthday and Valentine's weekend, yeah. But, I mean, it's okay. I really like being in the gym. I like ball games. It's, to say I'm so nervous and sick, it's relaxing, though, at the same time. Like, I look forward to going to ball games. Like, when's our next game? It gives me something to look forward to for the week. I really like it.
Just throw some rose petals out on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think game film, I guess recruiting and scouting should be banned on Valentine's Day? That's interesting. Nobody.
Hey,
They
that's
committed.
coach's wives.
Exactly.
They're committed, and they're like, no, we want to win too. If they need to do it, they're doing it. We want to win.
All right. Well, have you ever faked being mad so your coach/spouse would finally take the night off? Have you ever played that for Valentine's?
Oh, no.
It won't work.
That would be like going
That would be
go have a
bad.
pity party in there, right?
I'll go through.
That'd be shooting yourself in the foot.
Throw you a box of chocolate and wish you the best of luck.
And you're besides Dana, you're talking to wives whose seasons are during Valentine's. So Valentine's Day
We have
doesn't
low
exist.
expectations.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day doesn't exist.
Is that a
for
holiday?
us. Yeah, that's so it's never an argument.
All right. Well, do you believe date nights are more important during the season than outside of the season?
I think it's important to keep that going during the season for sure.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you can't do it as much as you'd like to, but, carve out a night a month at least or something.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's very important.
Disconnect from
Yeah.
the
Absolutely.
game
Keep
stuff,
that
so.
communication going. It's not about football. It's really hard though.
Yeah.
That's really hard, yeah.
Do you think that's more important for you or him? Do you think the date night's more for you or for him to get his mind off of?
Both, I guess. Yeah, for sure.
All right. This is not a Valentine's question. This is going to be, have you ever been thrown out of a game for yelling in one of the games your husband was coaching?
She goes.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
Mayfield hates me. Gilbert Mayfield hates me. It's okay. No, I'm just kidding. I just changed my clothes and come back. It's fine. It's fine. Baseball, you can hear everything. And so sometimes I get a little passionate, which is also why I sit in the outfield now. But,
I want to know what you said to get thrown out.
Golly, there is no telling.
She just started seeing red.
Really?
Yeah, that's right. She don't even know.
It's umpires, and I'm sorry. It's not nothing personal. It's umpires, always, 100%. But not because they're bad. I don't know. There's no telling, really. There's no telling what I said. One time at games, so I can give an example. I didn't get thrown out, but I almost got thrown out. But we were playing Houston County. Jake Fromm was their first baseman. The umpire was so worried about Jake Fromm and forming this bond and relationship with the future quarterback that he would not concentrate on the game. And so I think I said something, and that umpire looked at me and said, "Why don't you shut up?" And Jeremy's brothers went nuts. So just stood up to the fence and was like, "Why don't you shut up?"
Nice.
You know, so it turned into something like that. Brad Thompson has taken up for me quite a
Yeah.
few times.
Nice.
It's fine. It's just passion. It's passion.
It's passion.
I
I like
love
that.
that. It is passion.
So what's it like when your husband gets thrown out of a game? What's that conversation like?
Jeremy's never been thrown out of a high school game.
What?
Has anybody's husband been thrown out?
No,
It's
like,
been a long
Attaboy,
time.
Deuce.
It's been a long time, but yeah, it's awful because you're penalized from, is it the next game
2 games.
or 2 games, and if it's during the end of the season when things are a little more heated and tense, I mean you've got to miss, and it's awful.
Yeah.
It is just absolutely awful because they're so upset and their hands are tied and there's nothing that you can do about it.
Well, Rhett, he got thrown out in our semifinals, and he missed the state championship series. So.
I think he had to watch from the car in the outfield, or
No, he listened to it. He said he didn't want to be near and we had his jersey pinned up
Oh.
on the clipboard because he got thrown out, and Coach Hughes had to come in and be the first base coach. So
that's right.
So I'm going to ask this. This kind of go with the next question I had. So we'll just ask it this way: who thinks they're truly confident enough? If your husband got thrown out, let's just say it's a state championship. Husband gets thrown out of the game. It's near the end of the game. It's a very important coaching decision. Who thinks they truly would have the confidence to step in for him if that was allowed and call the play? Love it.
all right,
Love it.
Not one
we got scenarios. I got a scenario. All right, start. There's been a technical foul.
Oh gosh, you're testing us?
Oh, absolutely. Who would you put on the line?
Troy Smith.
Oh,
I love
didn't
no
even have
hesitation.
none.
Love it.
Coach Dix.
Brody Langston. I mean Bray. Sorry, that's his dad.
It's okay. It's all right.
it's the
I
last
know
name.
Brody if he's
Let's go with the
playing.
last name.
Well,
Brody's Bray's dad.
we'll do baseball.
Okay.
Got to have a 1 out. Bases are loaded. Up by 1. You got to make a decision. Who are you bringing in to pitch? We can use last year maybe.
Yeah,
Since
we know
you hadn't
baseball
got
just
started.
started,
So
I mean, it's tough. So 1 out, we're up by 1. You got to bring in, and it's last year. Gosh. I mean, Landon.
there we go.
Love it.
Landon's a gamer. He's a dog.
He is. All right. What about you, Miss Roark? Who would you bring in?
Who would you bring in? See, I told y'all I couldn't do this. One of my favorite players, though, and if he ever listens to this, he's so full of energy and fun, is positive, is Ricky.
Yep.
What's Ricky's last
Ricky
name?
Brown.
Brown. I would have gotten that right. Because he's so fun, and he would have given it his all,
Oh.
for sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love that.
All right. Miss Pender?
Oh, I was a hard no.
Oh, you.
She said, I said no. I said no.
You don't have
Move on.
Move on. I was going to ask for a play call that you would call for a winning touchdown.
Well, he's got one that's my favorite, just to watch him do it. It's called, I'm gonna get it right, so I'm sorry, Sean, if I'm getting this wrong. But I think it's called Playboy, and he does one of these. I love to do that.
Oh,
So you do it for the move. That's why.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
Awesome.
that's great. Oh, that's great. All right, we'll end with this. And again, we wanted everybody on here. We knew everybody would want to hear from y'all. I know we knew it would be fun. Everybody that we had talked to in the community told them we were going to do this. They just loved the idea and all that. So part of it was because it was going to be fun and everybody wanted to know, really about the coaches behind the scenes and all that. But another big part of it is, and it just so happens, and we truly mean this, that all your husbands have been successful coaches, and not just from the wins and losses, but also just from in the community. The community loves them. I know a lot of players. They've just touched them, and it's just been great what they've gone on in life to do, and everybody says that you remember your coaches along the way. So But behind the scenes of a lot of that is their spouses a lot of times. And so we just know you'd have a lot of knowledge, and you were a big part of all that. So one, thank you for being on here. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
But let's end this with, if your husband was interviewing tomorrow for a new job, going to interview for a new coaching job, and part of that interview was you got interviewed and had to answer one thing of your selling point of why your husband makes a great coach, what would your answer be?
That's easy.
Okay, good. We'll start with
That is easy. He is so, like, basketball is our life. We love it. But he cares so much more about those boys off the floor and what they do, like, in the future, and making them become, like, good men, or helping them become good men. That's what you want in a coach. It's not just about X's and O's, but, like, lifelong lessons. And he still constantly, like, will text all of his old players and, like, check in on them and what are y'all doing. And they truly know that if they ever need anything, you know, he's probably going to be their first or second phone call, and he'll be there to do whatever. So it's not just about the X's and O's, but it's about, you know, building those men and those relationships, and he's really good at it.
Yeah, that's what he said about when I asked him about going to West Hall. He's like, it's just where God put me to be, you know. And that comment right there is like, yeah, he's legit. So he's all about building these boys up to men. So
There were quite a few phone calls, and then, you know, he's like, this is what God's telling me.
That's right.
And I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, this is, and it's our decision where he ended up, but, you know, it's not our decision. It was God's decision. And that's when he came home and said that, and I said, okay, I guess we'll get some blue out. I don't know.
You said that very well. I would have to echo that. And I think if you're in coaching for a long time, it's a calling and a purpose, and it is teaching basketball or teaching baseball and developing them as players. But I think the greater desire and purpose is to impact your son, or who you're coaching, who they will be as a grown-up, and what they can learn from playing that team sport. And if that ever leaves high school sports, that's going to be a sad day, because I think people that have been in a long time see some of the pressures and the cultural change that's coming. But bottom line, that's why Deuce Roark does it, is he loves the kids and wants to make an impact in their lives. And I think as a coach's wife, how can you not stand behind somebody that feels that passionately about what they're doing, that has that purpose?
Yeah, I'd say he loves people. He loves kids. He's hard working. You're gonna get your money's worth. He's passionate about everything he does. He knows a ton of college coaches, so he can get your kids scholarships. And he's just a great, great guy.
Who's also famous now. I do want to.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I want to tell you right now,
Absolutely.
claim to fame, and our brightest moment of the podcast so far is when these two talked Coach Dix into going at half court at Lanierland, and
Oh, yeah.
and he drained that shot, and it
Yes.
ended up on ESPN, I
Yeah,
believe.
Sports Center on Instagram. It was awesome. And I happened to be in the picture, so haven't been in the right place at the right time.
You're famous too, then.
No,
We've
not
heard-
as much as him.
I know.
We've heard all about it. Don't worry.
No, I did have people reach out saying you saw it, but
it's his little dance at the end too.
yeah, the
the
dance.
dance.
That's
Oh
what
my
everybody
gosh.
loves, the celebration.
Where
of
can we
Coach
find
Dix.
this video?
Oh, we'll send it to you.
Yeah,
It is
awesome.
great.
Yeah, we went to the vet, and the people behind the desk were like, "We know you. You made that half-court shot." And I told him, "We got to keep this going. How can we? Can we make T-shirts? How can we advertise?"
Absolutely.
Lanierland is, the biggest, it's the longest running tournament in the state of
Yeah,
Georgia, I
high school
believe, basketball, but it is a very prideful event, Hall County. And so anyways, at halftime of most of the games for $1, you can go out and shoot a half-court shot and then go for a bigger prize at the last game. But anyways, he was on the podcast, and
I think it was Laga's idea. It was like get up
Yeah.
and Coach
Coach
Graham shot.
Yeah.
Heck, don't do
He did the granny shot.
It was on point.
That is his trick shot for, we do the Bounce Out the Stigma camp in the summer with the special needs kids, and that is his trick shot. Like, I will say he normally makes it, and those kids go crazy. So I knew what he was doing, but I was like, You gotta get a little closer.
Come on.
Yeah.
Chuck.
Well, Coach Dix makes the shot. One shot drains it. The place goes
No.
crazy. It just so happened to be one of the games that later in the evening and the stands were full. He drains the shot, then he turns around and does a dance move, and it ends up on ESPN.
It was
just-
cool.
it was,
And he normally doesn't make it. And he goes out with his own dollar lots of times and doesn't make it. So when he made it, we were all so shocked.
you weren't supposed to tell that part.
Thought you wanted to
Behind the
choose.
scenes.
Yes, behind the scenes.
All right, Miss Penny.
Well, besides the passion and being really involved with the kids' lives, and it's kind of mirroring what everybody else said. Sean's, he's done it at Brunswick, he's done it at North Hall. He really knows how to turn a program around and bring in those leadership skills to not just the players, but to, volleyball comes in, and softball and basketball. Everyone's included, come one, come all, and just the energy that he brings to the school itself and the whole community is very impressive. So.
I would agree. Hearing him talk about the program that he got started where all the other athletes get to be involved, and then you have volleyball coaches leading it, basketball and all that, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It made me want to go up there, but I'm too fat and old to do it now. But
You
just
tell
listen.
other people what to do.
Well, nah, they don't want to listen to me. But hearing him say that it was pretty awesome. I think I called Coach Kemp and told him about it. I was like, this is pretty cool what he's doing.
Yeah.
And I wanted to mimic it down at the
The
Bluff.
mayhem.
The mayhem, yeah,
Yeah.
that he does is pretty awesome hearing
Yeah.
about that.
My daughter does it with him too, 14-year-old.
That's awesome.
Out there, yeah.
And you see it. We have seen this with all your husbands, having them on and talking to them. And actually, I think every one of them, we talked as much before the episode that we recorded or after, just sitting around and listening to them and hearing from them. And all 5 of them, I can tell you right now, yes, they care about their programs. Yes, they want to win, but they would help athletes from all over the county, all over the state. They're prideful of Hall County. They truly want Hall County to be successful, and that means a lot. I can't say that all coaches would be like that, but those 5 are. I think we can truly
And
say
doing
that.
it the right way.
And doing
I
it the
mean,
right
Yeah.
way.
There's there's no smoke around these programs right here, these coaches that we're talking about right here, so.
Yeah, he's a rule keeper. I should tell him that too. He's a rule keeper.
All right, Ms. Kidd?
I would say, the saying goes, winning is everything, but it's not. Winning is just the goal. It's what everybody up here has said. I mean, the ultimate goal, passion, and everything is building these men to be future citizens and husbands and good brothers and good, just all around men. And I agree with you, Mr. O'Ark, that high school is that foundation, and
For sure.
it does kind of feel like it's slipping away, but college coaches are important for sure because there's specific experiences that are special to kids and coaches and things like that, but the foundation is laid from high school coaches, and it's when the boys can decide if they're going to be men and how are they going to be men, and he's the guy to show you how to do it. He is the guy to show you how. So.
Awesome. Well, again, from the 3 of us, from the community, we cannot thank all of you enough for being on here. We truly mean this, that if there's anybody that does not get enough credit, it's probably coaches' spouses.
Yes.
Because behind the scenes, I can only imagine how many hours of therapy, therapist and the stress. And let's be honest, to be successful, it's probably taken a lot of time away from all of you at times. And so you just all deserve big props and thanks. And so thank all of you.
Yeah,
And
thank
happy
you.
Valentine's
Thanks for
Day.
having
Thank
us.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was great.